Hey guys, welcome to this video guys. So we're gonna do a update video on the Elite Controller Series 2. I know we did a video for the Elite 1 for FIFA 19 for FIFA 19 for the Elite Controller. So here we're gonna go with the Elite 2 guys. So I have two settings. This is the settings I'm using guys. So last year I told you guys could map RB and LB on the paddles to do the low driven finish shot. For me, I thought that you couldn't sprint and also do that very fast. There is probably a millisecond of delay. It's gonna take you from taking your finger from the sprint to LB and RB to do that. But I don't find it that big of a problem to do those kind of goals. To be honest with you guys, I usually always have the opportunity to do those, so I don't find that a problem. So this is the settings I've been using guys. So what I use is one of the D-pads I have it to, or one of the paddles I have it on the D-pad going right, one going down on the D-pad, and one going up on the D-pad. So this is for quick tactics. So what this allows me guys, up on the paddle that goes up on the D-pad allows me to do the offside trap, and this allows me that when my opponent has a kickoff, right, from when I have scored and he has a kickoff, I could do this, spam this paddle on the back to kind of push all my players to do the offside trap. And what this allows, and this is what a lot of pro players do, it allows that all your players push to the midfield and it's hard for your opponent to pass through, and you end up stealing the ball from him and then the kickoff goes away. Most people sometimes when they recover the ball, they take the ball out of to the side and give the opponent a through ball because that cuts off the kickoff glitch. But this is how I use it guys. I have map A to a paddle because that's my teammate contain. If that's not your teammate contain, I think for most people they use RB for teammate contain because that's the default settings. So I would map this to RB if your teammate contain is RB, but for me teammate contain is A, and that's how I use it guys. On the sticks I use aggressive. The reason is aggressive cuts down the kind of delay, so it's called I do believe they call it dead zone on the sticks. So it makes your movement faster, like faster in game. The player is not gonna run faster, but your the way you move, like point, is gonna be a little bit faster because the controller is gonna move faster, right? So basically guys, the white is where your thumbstick would be normally. The red is with it's now. So you get to that maximum faster than you would do on the default setting, which is this one. So if you guys see that, if I change that to aggressive, look at that. It works for me. I think it combats a little bit of the delay that it's on FIFA, and it helps a lot for me. Now the other setting you guys could use is using the new feature of the Xbox Elite controller, which is the shift button, which for me I map shift button to a paddle. And what this allows, when you're at shift mode, you could like remap the whole controller to do whatever you want on here. So if you still want to use RB and LB on the paddles, you can still do this, like you guys can see here. So if I'm holding the shift paddle, right, it's gonna do D-pad left, and if I'm not doing it, it's gonna be using RB. And the same with this one. Without the shift button, holding down the shift button, it would do LB and RB and A, right, for teammate contain. But if I want to still have the quick tactics, I could set them up on this same, but I will have to hold the shift button, which is this, to do the little other keybinds that you guys can see on the bottom, which is the D-pads. And it helps a lot guys. And that's not the only useful thing. Like you could tell right here, if I'm holding the shift paddle and I press LT in game while playing FIFA, I could take screenshots without pausing the games. You guys know how annoying it is when you do something good on Foot Champions. And let me show you here. Right here, we score a goal with Kante right now, right? So let me say I want to take I want to record that. So I press my shift button and I press LT and it's gonna record that. It has already been recorded. You guys didn't see a notification because I have notification turned off. But if we go here and we go to my captures, recent captures, it should be there because we just captured it. It didn't capture. Okay, so something went wrong here. Did I press the wrong paddle? I think I did. Let's see. Okay, so I'm doing the things right now. Okay, give me a second. So let's record that. And I think it got recorded now. So sorry guys, it's kind of confusing to know this. Like I said, I don't use this these settings right here, and I know why it's not working. Because I'm using my old things. I have to set up this as on my controller, right? And now it's not gonna register, of course. Okay, so now if I wanna record, like I wanna record something, let me say I wanna record just that something cool happened. I press the shift button and I press the LB button and it's gonna record that. Now if we go to the settings right here, it says one recent capture, and we captured this just now without actually pressing the guide button and pressing record that. We just record 32 seconds of that, what happened right there. We can actually watch that. So that's another thing you could guys use with your Elite controller. Now this might take a while to get used to it, but if you kind of focus on doing this, you could get used to it. But like I said, the shift button will allow you to map every button here to do something else. Like right here, like I told you, LB does record that. So it does record that. If I'm holding the shift paddle, which is this one, I could press RB and it's gonna go down on the D-pad. I hold the shift button and press LB, it's gonna record that. If I hold the shift button, which is this one, and hold LT, it's gonna do a capture, guys. So I still think you guys have to see what you guys like, because for me, what I prefer playing FIFA with right now, and I'm used to, I'm not using the shift feature for FIFA. I'm using this one right here. Like I said, I use this one for FIFA here, guys. So this one right here. So it's nothing fancy, guys. I'm not using shift button here. I'm just focusing on my quick tactics. This one to do the offside trap, this one to do quick tactic going defensive, and then quick tactic going to the left. So that does get into the box, I believe, and also hug sideline. So usually I do the hug sidelines a lot. So I go up and then this, and then I do hug lines, and that's when I'm gonna do a goal kick. So this is my settings, guys. I hope you guys like it. This is how I've been playing FIFA. I do have the left triggers on one, so because I like using the Xbox trigger stoppers in FIFA, and for those to work, guys, I need you guys to go into your game of FIFA if you guys are gonna use those settings for the trigger stoppers, and I need you guys to go into controls, and you guys make sure to turn off analog sprint off, because if you have it on and you have those trigger stops activated, your player is gonna run so slow. And if you have it off, as soon as you press the left trigger, your player is just gonna take off on maximum speed that he can run, right? So it just makes you so you don't have to press the triggers all the way up. And you guys can see that we block with that spilicueta. So yeah, guys, these are my controller settings for the Elite. I think this year, because the Elite controller series 2 is very customizable, especially with that new feature, which is this one right here. And by the way, you guys can make any button your shift button, If you don't want to use your your paddle, or you don't want to use a button in the back of your controller, which are the paddles, your shift button, you can make pressing down the right stick your shift button. So I could go here and I could do use as a shift button. But the thing is, you guys won't be able to do the skill moves where you have to press the thing down. So I wouldn't recommend having your shift button right there. Maybe you guys wanted to do it on the left side, or maybe you guys want to make one of your bumpers the shift button. But I think the paddle is the best option to have as a shift button, in my opinion. And then you can like remap all the buttons on your controller to your liking. I think it's just better for you guys. Like I said, guys, if that's what you guys need to do your screenshots, you guys could use this setting right here, which actually gives you the ability to still use LB, RB on the paddles, use A for teammate contain, or RB for you guys. That's actually, you can map something else, because RB will be there to do the teammate contain. And then that little arrow means that's the shift button that I could press to get to enter the mode of shift mode, and I'm able to press RB to go down on the D-pad without me taking my finger from the left stick to press the D-pad down. And then if I'm holding the shift button, I could press LB, and that's gonna do I record that, and it's gonna record how many minutes you have set up on your Xbox to do that, record that. And if you're holding the shift paddle, you can press LT and you could capture. Of course, it doesn't have to be LT. You can map anything here. You can map Y. You can map Y to B action, which is, it could be mute TV, launch app, record that, search, see party, see messages, and take a screenshot. So if you want to have record that on Y, you could press record that, and now you have two record buttons. Of course, you could like do whatever you want, guys. It's just so customizable for your liking. It's so easy, and I think you could even find the easiest way using the shift button to kind of snipe players. I'm not very good with the market, so, but people they are good in that, they could probably find out, you know, like combos you could do to kind of snipe players faster and stuff with this new remapping. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.